Good day, everyone. My name is Father Keith Wallace, and I'm the Catholic priest and the pastor of Immaculate Conception Parish in Port Perry, Ontario, Canada. Brothers and sisters, today we celebrate the feast of St. Kateri Takithawatha, celebrated in April in Canada, July in the United States. St. Kateri freely chose to become a Catholic as a young First Nations girl. She was raised by her Mohawk uncle, and eventually she settled near Montreal. She is a bridge between the Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal persons. St. Kateri is a young girl of faith, hope, and of love. She is the patron saint of the First Nations people. I pray to her for her guidance in this what I wish to express on this, her feast day, in the light of the residential schools of Canada. Number one, we must focus on the First Nations peoples, period, full stop. There are other recent issues, such as church fires, bias of the media, etc. But, in my opinion, first and foremost must always be the First Nations people. The pain, trauma, and reoccurring trauma of the First Nations individuals and community. This is the point of it all. I myself have outreached to some First Nations persons, Métis, non-Aboriginal, to hear voices, to listen. And once again, the focus through all of this must always, first and foremost, be the First Nations people. Period. Full stop. Number two, truth and reconciliation. The truth. No matter how painful it may be, together we must search and reveal the full and complete truths. Again, only in my opinion, the church hierarchy should set up with the First Nations a task force or a committee, so that led by the First Nations, all truth shall be revealed, fully and completely. Also, in this way, the truth of what happened will be revealed, and not just through filters as social media or the general media. In my opinion, the church or the government should supply free of charge the book, the documents of truth and reconciliation. For those to read the documents of truth and reconciliation, to read the truth therein. This book is a perfect start to any dialogue and a search for the truth. I wonder how many have truly read the document. I know for myself, as a priest and a Canadian, I myself did not read it till 1 month ago. Imagine if there were study groups of Catholics, Christians, First Nations, study groups on the document of truth and reconciliation, to inform ourselves of the truth, to face the truth, to dialogue of the truth in small gatherings. Number 3, reconciliation. For those who may know me, I jump far too quickly into action about reconciliation. Perhaps, though, truth and reconciliation and truth go hand in hand, back and forth in a dialogue. To pray, to action in reconciliation. For example, in this parish of Immaculate Conception in Port Perry, Ontario, Canada, much has taken place in a variety of ways. From these orange ribbons that were tied to the front of our church from July 1st to today, July 14th. The collecting of toys for the town of Lytton, British Columbia, and the First Nations of Lytton, British Columbia, and the great cost of shipping the toys to the First Nations children of Lytton, British Columbia. Our shoe memorial on the front steps, honoring the shoe memorial. Personal and communal penance. Personal penance, communal penance. For if we believe, in this case as Catholics, if we believe in being part of the communion of the saints, this means we too share in the vice of the sinners before us. And thus, personal penance, communal penance. For example, a penance pilgrimage to a church or a shrine, or, in dialogue with First Nations, a penance pilgrimage to the First Nation lands. Signing a prayer pledge you see before us. Our church's prayer pledge of truth, reconciliation, prayer, and action. The church, by individuals and as a parish, speaking loudly of truth, reconciliation, apologizing, being sorry, prayer, and action. This will be mailed to the papal office in Ottawa, to the papal nuncio, to Mr. Trudeau, to Chief LaRocca of the Scugog, Mississaugas, to the Shrine of St. Kateri, and to Archbishop Gagnon of the CCCB, the Catholic bishops. Reconciliation. Personal penance, communal penance, church in a pledge of prayer and of action. If only every parish, if only every diocese did one act publicly, humbly, of reconciliation. Number 4, final point. To all the hurting Catholics, to practicing Catholics and non-practicing Catholics, to all Catholics, all the above must also be applied to our sense of pain, shame, and deep sadness of all Catholics, and indeed of all other Christians for whose denominations ran approximately 50% of the residential schools. Through our outreach, our participation in truth, reconciliation, prayer, and action, both on a very personal level and on a communal level alongside our First Nations brothers and sisters. For each diocese within the Catholic community, facing truth, reconciliation, prayer, and action. A true conversion, and a rendering of a new reality. Be that change. I thank you for hearing my words today. On this feast of St. Kateri, certainly I invite your dialogue, even your comments, respectfully noted in the comments section. Any personal message for listening, hearing, truth, and reconciliation. May St. Kateri be that bridge. May she intercede as his First Nations young girl for all our brothers and our sisters. Truth, reconciliation, prayer, action. Thank you for hearing my words this day.